Attorney Chris Reich with Traffic Law Guys here. In this video, I want to talk about the difference between racing and exhibition of speed. These are two separate charges, but also the same charge. And here's what I mean. So racing and exhibition of speed, they come from the same statute. It's all part of the same sentence. Here I'm going to read from the statute, and then we'll talk about the two different parts of the sentence. The statute says, "A person shall not drive a vehicle or participate in any manner in a race, speed competition or contest, drag race or acceleration contest, test of physical endurance or exhibition of speed or acceleration, or for the purpose of making a speed record on a street or highway." So the first part of the sentence deals with racing, and I think that's the most easy to understand. A speed competition or contest, a drag race, this is two cars that are accelerating side by side to see who's fastest. And this can be from a stoplight, on the highway, wherever. But as long as there's two cars that are accelerating together, that's probably going to satisfy that racing part of the statute. Now, the other part that gets a little bit unclear is the exhibition of speed. And so this is a test of physical endurance or exhibition of speed or acceleration. And we see exhibition of speed charges applied in a lot of different circumstances. It could be a single car accelerating hard away from a stoplight. It could be a car that chirps its tires. And more recently, we've seen a lot of application here of like a car, for instance, driving over train tracks that might be slippery, or driving through on the street where there's a transition in pavement, so you have a difference in traction. And the driver may not be doing anything unreasonable, but their tire chirps when it goes over that little change in transition in the pavement and makes a sound, and then he gets swarmed by bike cops. This happens is popular down in Mill Avenue, who give the driver a ticket for exhibition of speed just because they heard something. We see exhibition of speed applied in a variety of cases, and some are more clear than others. Perhaps if it's somebody who does a burnout away from a stoplight, that's probably a little bit more clear than somebody who just simply has a loud exhaust, accelerates from a stoplight, and never breaks the speed limit or anything like that. In our opinion, exhibition of speed is probably a little over broadly applied to ordinary drivers. Arizona right now is really aggressively pursuing anything that even arguably approaches racing or exhibition of speed. So you get a lot of normal drivers doing normal things that get caught up in this. One thing I did want to mention, so racing and exhibition of speed, a lot of times on those tickets, there'll be a speed included on the ticket, an alleged speed and a posted speed, and then a reasonable and prudent speed. Sometimes the driver getting the ticket, they might be speeding, they might not. Legally, it doesn't really matter. And so this is another thing that it can be confusing. So even with a racing ticket, you never have to exceed the speed limit. It's not an element of the charge. The police don't have to prove that you were speeding. They just have to prove that it was a contest. So for example, two cars take it off from a stop, 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. They take off in a race, and then they let off the gas when they hit 45 miles per hour. They're never speeding, but they can still get charged with that racing ticket. And the fact that they never exceeded the posted speed limit, that's not going to be a defense at a trial on something like this. If you've got questions about a racing or exhibition of speed ticket, give us a call. We offer free consults. Let's talk it through and see what makes sense.